Hello, good day, and once again, welcome to the LI Library graphic class. So, today we are going to continue the tutorial on logo design concepts. So, we are going to be going more intense on logo designs, the concept of logo designs, and then we are also going to try to remake some certain logos. So in the previous class we are looking at the 5 basic properties of logo designs. So we saw that the first major property of a logo was the color of the logo. Then the second property was the typography, which has to do with the text styling of that logo. Then the third property was the pattern. Then the fourth property was the texture of the logo, and the fifth property was the aestheticity, that is how creative the logo is. So on today's class we are going to analyze those properties in logos we see. So without further wasting of time, we are going to jump into the conceptualization of logos. So in this first logo we have here, we have noted that the color must represent the brand color of the logo. So we have seen that the color yellow now represents the brand MTN. So we are going to try to remake this logo. So first of all, we see that the background has a square shape. So we go to our tool on our toolbar, then we select the rectangle tool. So once this rectangle tool is selected, we will try to make a perfect square shape. So we hold down the shift key and we click and drag. So while holding down the control key, sorry, not the shift key, we hold down the control key, then click and drag. We left click and drag to have a perfect square shape, then we release. So we give that square shape a yellow color, and then we remove the borderline. So we are going to try to draw an oval shape. We move to the ellipse tool, we click on that. So this time we won't be holding down any key, so we try to click and draw a suitable oval shape. So I think this is quite suitable. Then we give it a blue color as well. So I think this is quite dark. Or we could use the color picker to select the color. So we can find the color picker on the color palette below. So we can select the color picker, then use it to pick the color from the image. So once we pick the color automatically appears on the color palette, then we can select that. So I've picked the color from the initial image and then applied the color on the oval shape. Then I'm going to centralize this oval shape on the square background. So I'm going to select the oval shape, I'll hold down the shift key, then I'll click on the square, then I release the shift key, then I press the C button, C, and then I press the E button. So I press the C button and then I press the E button. So we can remember from our shortcuts that the C button places the objects when we have selected two objects. The E button centers the object, then the C button brings the object to the middle. So we have the oval shape perfectly aligned at the middle. So we are going to input the text now. So we write M, but we are going to place those tests differently on a separate test icon. So I can highlight the three tests, then make them maybe fonts, let's say 60. Then I'm aware that this font now is a bold font, so I'll try to give that a bold font. Okay, I'm trying to wait for my fonts to pop up so I could select the fonts. Okay, let's see this font. Okay, this font is quite a good one. So I have the M and the N on white color, so I'm going to highlight the M and the M and then give them a white color. Then the T, I'll give it a yellow color. So I'm as well going to try to place the 3 at the center. I would still love to increase the size because it still has a small size. I'll still try to increase the size very much. It's quite too large. Okay, so we can also notice that there is a chopped up portion of the T and it appears to be on red color. So I'm likewise going to do that. So this T is on an alphabet formatting, so I'm going to convert this T to curves. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to select the T and then press the Ctrl Q. So once I've pressed the Ctrl Q, I've converted that T to curve, so I cannot be able to edit that T now. So I select the 2 bottom points of that T, I click and draw over the 2 bottom points of the T, and then I have that portion highlighted. So with my arrow button, I'm going to try to take the T up to an extent, and then I can release that. Then I go back to my rectangle tool, I select the rectangle, then I try to draw a small rectangle. I'll try to draw it within the width of this T, so I'll get a perfect width alignment. Then I give it the red color and then I remove the border line. I'll place it below. I'll try to align perfectly at the bottom. So I have that shape now. I'll then give this T a yellow color as well, and then finally I would have to highlight all the objects embedded in the blue oval shape. Then while I have them all selected, I press on the center. Now I see a crossed X, I hit that X again, then I see a double pointed straight arrow on top of that object. Then I select that arrow and then I drag rightward a little bit, just a little bit. I drag rightward, so till I have gotten my desired figure. So I believe I have replicated the MTN logo